For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to distract you, to make you laugh, make you happy and docile, so you don't know what's really going on. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati.
Jim Carrey has tried to expose the dark side of the industry. He's put his life at risk to give us hints on what to expect, like the Illuminati controlling our lives and forcing us into calculated narratives. Fans of Jim's claim that after he spoke out, they forced him to retire and to hide away. So let's get into it. I think we can all admit that Jim Carrey is an interesting man, and he's had some bizarre moments throughout his career. There have been times where he has spoken about the industry and the so-called Illuminati, which has led fans to speculate whether Jim is trying to share what's really going on behind the scenes. Like in a moment during Fashion Week where a reporter asked him, like, "How are you doing, Jim Carrey?" And he went on this tangent saying that none of this matters, like, I'm not like real, like nothing is going on here. And it really rubbed people the wrong way because it seemed like he was completely discrediting like what he was attending and the fact that they were all like celebrities and that they are people of importance. To be honest, I think it's a good move when a celebrity acts humble because it makes them more likable. But Jim Carrey took it to a next level, which made it seem like he was trying to expose something else.
You know, there's no meaning to any of this, so I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join. And here I am.
They're celebrating.
I mean, you got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons,
in
boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. What do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
You don't believe certain icons have the power to make change, to think differently, to be bold, to inspire others? Artistry, you're one of them.
On the good foot. Ha! Yeah. You shut it down now. Yeah, no, I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise. Beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself.
Now, maybe Jim is getting all spiritual, talking about his energies and that we're all just energy in the world, but it doesn't feel that way. I'm gonna go off on a little tangent, but I remember learning about Satanism, and Satanism is all about like self-worship. That's essentially the basis of it from my understanding. And the way that he's speaking about like the icons and things like that, it kind of reminds me of like how in their, I guess, beliefs, they like to self-worship and trying to, I guess, like present yourself as an icon is, somewhat sort of like that. I don't want to like go and just like jump to a conclusion here, but the way that he is speaking on it, I mean, I'm sure his PR manager was freaking out behind the scenes.
You got really dressed up for the occasion. You look good.
No, I didn't.
Was that an
get dressed
accident?
up. I didn't get dressed up.
Who did?
There is no me.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is a dream?
There's just things happening. And there are clusters of tetrahedrons moving around together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's happening in our world right now? Because there is a lot of news that actually is relevant that's not that
Here's
uplifting.
the thing, it's not our world.
None
That's
of this
the
is
key.
real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter. We don't matter.
Oh, wow.
There's the good news.
Okay.
Honestly, good job to that reporter because I don't know if I would be able to handle him that well because he is kind of speaking a bunch of nonsense and really, I mean, do you think she wants to hear his story? Probably not. She's just there to, ask these questions. She doesn't really have a great answer to him about what the world is and why it doesn't matter. Though this moment went viral and he had to answer for it. And he went on to say that he's really just speaking about the characters that he plays in his life as an actor, saying that you have this separation between yourself and the role you play. And essentially, like, he doesn't even believe Jim Carrey is a person. It's like another character that he's playing, which almost kind of sounds like a little bit like personality. I don't want to again jump the gun and say like personality disorder, but like, I mean, that these actors use method acting a lot of the times and it can mess with their mental health, putting themselves in these positions. He talks about how himself, Jim Carrey, They gave him a name, they gave him a religion, a nationality, and they gave him these like characteristics and then just put him out there. Quote, I believe that I got famous so I could let go of fame, and still it's happening, but not with me. I'm not a part of it anymore. Dressing happens, doing hair happens, interviewing happens, but it happens without me, without the idea of me. A lot of you guys at home are probably like, okay, wait, hold up. Translation, what are you talking about? Well, this person left a comment. Jim is a human being and was fed up playing the roles he's been assigned in the world of Hollywood. I worked in camera for over 2 decades on films, and it can be soul-crushing work in this environment. Imagine millions of people idolizing and projecting this perfect idea of who they think these actors are. He knows he isn't that person, and he's saying, don't put me on a pedestal. I don't want to fall that far. And maybe he's talking about fame in general, that he doesn't want to become that person where he's so sucked into it that it's just not even real anymore, which I think is kind of refreshing to see from one of the biggest celebrities. Another person commented, absolute genius. She wasn't clever enough to follow his words. Another person writes, he's not crazy. I know some people like to write him off saying he's crazy or a loon. Jim is not crazy. Jim is speaking straight facts. Another comment, he has the balls to speak the absolute truth, and she looks at him like he's crazy. If she only took a moment to listen to what he said instead of trying to manipulate the conversation, she would see that he is more sane than anyone else at this function. So obviously that red carpet clip can be interpreted many different ways, but there was a moment on national television where he brought up the Illuminati, and there's no denying that he's talking about this group. So Jim went on to Jimmy Kimmel and he walked onto stage with the Illuminati triangle right there out in the open, trying to show everyone what it's about. The crowd was of course screaming. We don't know if they were screaming because of Jim Carrey or because of the symbol and like, you know, seeing it actually in real life put into our face. I mean, we see the triangles all the time secretly, but he just wanted the entire world to know and to talk about it. And to be honest, if it is a real group, I wonder what the ramifications would be for Jim going on national TV and making a mockery of it. Okay, that is awkward, even for Jim Carrey. And of course, Jimmy Kimmel had his questions asking like, what is that? And then Jim Carrey tried to play dumb saying, you know what it is. And again, alluding to the secret group that maybe Jimmy Kimmel is also a part of. But when you watch this clip, keep in mind, what is in it for Jim Carrey? What is the purpose of him just going on national TV and trying to bring this up and calling out other show hosts saying that they don't know the symbol? So why are they playing dumb?
Is that a gang sign? Have you,
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right?
Now, there is one thing I don't get about Jim Carrey's hand gesture is why his tongue is involved. Typically, the triangle has an eye in the middle, so it would be a little bit more like this, not like that. But the symbol represents the Illuminati, which is a hidden governing force which has ties to today's biggest industries. Illuminati references have become common throughout Hollywood, as seen in a number of films, TV shows, music videos, and even live performances. After Jimmy Kimmel continues to deny what Jim Carrey is doing, he finally reveals himself. Jim Carrey says, "Come on, Jimmy, I'm here to blow the whistle off this whole thing. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It's the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it." And really, I'm sure Jimmy Kimmel was caught off guard because I'm almost certain this was not part of the conversation they planned.
Yeah.
what is it?
Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up. People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue.
Oh. I like it.
It's hard to take Jim Carrey seriously, and to be honest, watching this, it just seems kind of like a bit, like the Illuminati, and he's acting all wild and crazy. And maybe this could be like I don't know, if he was part of them and trying to work for them, it could be discrediting it and like making it a joke opposed to something which a lot of people would look at as serious.
For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on.
And what Jim Carrey is describing there is something that I think we are actually familiar with, because we have seen how the media works and how they pick and choose what they want us to pay attention to. He reveals that the Illuminati is trying to turn the masses into consumer drones, after which he receives a fake phone call and then he answers. We watch his face immediately turn serious as Jimmy Kimmel asks who it is. So it almost seems like, again, a bit that he's trying to make it seem like he just got in trouble, just got a call from his boss.
This thing is buzzing. Hold on. They're trying to turn us into, consumer drones of some sort. Hold on. I just got to get this.
And yeah.
Yeah, listen, I'm in the middle of blowing the lid off some...
What happened?
I'm sorry, Jimmy. I was temporarily interrupted by my iPhone 6 Plus.
That's a big one, huh?
5.5 heads-up HD display. I think what I was really trying to say was I think people really enjoyed Dumb and Dumber this weekend.
And that is what I thought you were about to say.
They should all go to the theater. They should all go to the theater tomorrow and see it. Because we could use a good laugh. Ha, 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 ha.
Okay, honestly, am I the only one that doesn't really think he's that funny? I mean, I've seen some of his older movies, and yeah, his acting, but like this is just giving like, it's where you're just acting awkward, and the awkwardness is what is funny, not actually the words itself. Now, a lot of people had reactions to his performance on Jimmy Kimmel. A lot of people showed their support for Jim Carrey and admired him for speaking out, but one commenter also alleged that the producers of the show added in laugh tracks, but in reality, the studio was completely silent during Jim's appearance. So essentially, this person is saying that Jim Carrey came onto the show and people were not applauding like you guys just heard. The producers had to add in those laugh tracks, which maybe a lot of those people had the same reaction I did. Like, I just didn't really think it was funny. Another person wrote this is why he's still alive after trying to tell the world, telling everyone while staying in character and letting people laugh about it. This man is a genius. Another person writes, the scary thing about being a comedian actor as big and as talented as Jim is that no one takes you seriously. And if they do, it's some tragedy that's happened to you. Jim was exposing so much truth to both the audience and those at home, and everyone just laughed and clapped. It's truly scary. But this person then went on to edit their comment and mentioned that there was no laughter because the laughter was edited in. So when you're hearing him talk about how, like, the world is controlling our thought process, well, it seems like the producers were trying to make it seem like we should be laughing at home with him. Another person writes, I can see Jimmy's face and he knows, and he's trying to appear aloof, but someone seeing that for the first time would have at least have a micro expression showing discomfort and confusion, as well as secondhand embarrassment, which he did not have. What Jim says is true, and it's a scary truth. Now, because there was a lot of controversy from his segment on Jimmy Kimmel, he kind of went silent for a bit, and fans were worried that he went silent because of this interview. Jim put out a statement saying that he had retired, but fans speculated that he did not retire because he wanted to, but he did because this Illuminati forced him to after him speaking out. And I'm sure Jim would appreciate having more of a quiet life. I mean, he has been in the industry for so long, and if he is so overwhelmed by this dark force, then he probably should get out of it. I mean, it would be nice to expose it first, but he claims he's investing in his spiritual life. He's painting. He likes, the quietness. He doesn't like the celebrity. So he said he's done enough and he's enough at this point. But fans speculate that he was pushed out of Hollywood for exposing the Illuminati based on what happened. We've seen people like Kanye West, who is also very outspoken, say that the Illuminati, they sacrifice people like his mother. There are people who are controlled by the Illuminati. Out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. It feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control and to traumatized. Kanye also said they can control Shaq, they can control Charles Barkley, they can control LeBron James, Jay-Z, Beyonce, but they cannot control me. So Kanye is saying that the Illuminati works kind of like a cult does, kind of like that church that we sometimes talk about, but we can't really talk about, where they constantly traumatize members of this group to keep them in there and to keep them weak and powerless. But I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Do you believe in what Jim is saying here? And here's my email if you have any other video ideas for me. Until next time, I'll see you in a new one soon. Bye, guys.